Video game music is a genre in of itself. Gamers fill their iPods with nothing but songs from Final Fantasy and Mega Man. Game companies spend more money on finding the right composer than finding a decent voice actor. And out of hundreds of thousands of songs, I have decided to pick the top 10 best video game songs ever. Understand one thing, this was not an easy task. Deleting songs from the list was like killing one of your children. But before we begin, I want to set a couple of ground rules. Rule number 1, only one song per franchise. Rule number 2, this is a list of the best songs, not the most remembered or classic songs. For me, that means no Mario theme and no Zelda theme. Rule number 3, the song was written specifically for the game. Rule number 4, my list, my opinion. Alright, let's get to it. What better way to start a list than with 8-bit goodness? Hearing this song always makes me want to whip shit and play Castlevania. This song really sets the mood for the whole game and for the whole series. A series that still exists today. Way to go, 8-bit goodness. This song is just fantastic. When people ask me what Katamari is all about, I just play this song. The crazy beat, the obnoxious guy singing, and the choir in the background just makes me laugh and dance. A crazy song for a crazy game. The theme to Morrowind is a great example of a song that is more epic than the game itself. You finally get off the boat, setting your foot on solid ground for the first time in weeks, while the music tells you that you are meant for great things. And then you meet the villagers. Beginning in a couple of mystical echoing notes into the jungle night and ending in a full-blown Caribbean fiesta, the main theme of Secret of Monkey Island is another example of creating something grand with a very limited amount of tools. It just makes you want to plunder and steal, or at least throw down a decent boogie.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note.
You knew this was coming. Mixing a simple yet catchy tune with laugh-out-loud lyrics, Still Alive makes it onto the list in number 6, making it the highest ranking song with lyrics. I sometimes take a couple of hours out of my life to finish Portal just to hear this song in its original context. That's how good it is.
There's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake.
No, it's not Aerith's theme from Final Fantasy VII, it's not to Xanarkin from Final Fantasy X, and it's not some emo song from Final Fantasy VIII. This is 16-bit glory at its best. One of the best RPGs of all time also have one of the best intro songs of all time. This song is a great example of a track that succeeds in summarizing the feel of a game in one simple melody. Do I need to explain myself? You finally defeated all the robot masters and gained entry to Dr. Wily's castle. And to get you even more pumped to put a cap in that white-haired, eyebrow-twitching freak, you are presented with the best 8-bit song of all time. It's ironic that what is probably one of the scariest games of all time also has one of the saddest gaming tunes of all time, and it's fantastic. Picking between this and the fan favorite theme of Laura was not an easy task, until I realized that Promise was the ringtone on my phone for 3 years. What better way to end a game than to inflict you with a false sense of security before you unleash hell? The theme to the last boss of Donkey Kong Country doesn't really sound like it's made by game composers at all. It kind of sounds like... I knew it! Alright, before I reveal number 1, for all you out there with an extremely short-term memory, here's the recap. Number 10, Castlevania Vampire Killer. Number 9, Katamari on the Rocks. Number 8, Morrowind, Nerevar Rising. Number 7, the Monkey Island theme. Number 6, Portal Still Alive. Number 5, Final Fantasy 6 or 3 depending on where you live, Terra. Number 4, Mega Man 2, Wily Stage 1 to 2. Number 3, Silent Hill 2, Promise. Number 2, Donkey Kong Country, Gangplank Galleon. And get ready, I can't hold it back much longer. It's... starting with some leftover twinkles. A build-up. A couple of and then perfection. When Konami hired Hollywood composer Harry Gregson Williams to create the soundtrack to one of the most anticipated sequels of all time, they had no idea that it was their best decision ever. This song has everything: an upbeat tempo, a fantastic melody, and the most epic endings of all time. Seriously, every time I hear this ending, I just want to run somewhere really important in slow motion. Best video game theme ever.